What's happening? It is your Lesiba Mothupi, and here we are back again on my YouTube channel. So I'm excited that we're here. It's been a while since we did look at the market, especially having a weekly analysis. So I decided today we are going to be doing exactly that. We're going to be looking at the dollar index. I've also got my eyes on the gold markets, and as well you can see US30 and BTCUSD. So today's session is not going to be long. It's actually going to be very specific, very direct. And obviously, if you do happen to like these sessions, one thing that you can do for us is make sure that you like and as well subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are close to getting to 300,000 subscribers, and I believe with your help we are getting there. So what I'm going to start off first with here is I'm going to start it with the dollar index, because one thing that I can see is let me just do this real quick. Just remove this so the price is super clean. But you can see we've got this area here be our first touches here, then we've got this area right here second touch, and then now here we are close to this area here for a third touch. So basically one thing I'm looking at now is price is about to give us a third touch here at this area. So then what I'm going to do is that I am going to go to as low as the 4 hours, because with the 4 hour it allows me to be able to have a very specific be able to spot exactly where price is trying to go, what price is trying to do, and most importantly give me areas whereby I can capitalize from. So that's what I'm doing now. On the 4 hour I can see that I had this management line here that eventually got broken out, so it's okay. Let me just leave it like this. And then because here what I'm seeing is we had our high low high low high, then price came, tested these lows, went up almost like a head and shoulders, and then eventually we did come break the low, and then now you can see what's currently going on here. So eventually price now, after this move, we went a bit more upwards. Obviously we come here for a touch, almost like a double touch plus as well a third touch there, and then now we're going to start seeing the drop. So basically I'm looking for a sell on the dollar index, which means that if I'm looking for a sell, it means that I'm looking for a buy on gold, and yeah, things like that. It helps me be able to have an understanding more like this. So I'm just gonna have it be like this. Okay, so let me start off first with gold. This one has been shooting upwards. I remember even in the Telegram group, if you know, just make sure that you do hit the very first link in description. But in the Telegram group I sent Windows still here, and I was like, guys, this thing has to come test here before it shoots up. It did come a bit below here. It didn't test here, but it did shoot all the way back up. So that was something that we learned from. And right now the only thing that I can do is build from what I have. So I'm going to start off first with the 4 hour, because the 4 hour is way now, since I'm looking at day movements, like what the price is saying for the day. It's going to help me be able to have a much more clearer understanding. So I'm also going to just come up and have sessions, trading sessions. Can either have this one here. Let's see, is it in? Boom. Keep it nice and easy. Okay, let us see. Okay, but I don't like this one yet. It's giving ranges and stuff, so I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to use this one that I already had sessions like this. This one is much more better. You can see super simple. I can see Tokyo, New York. I can see the days. Like today already, we're here on Tuesday. Start off with Tokyo, and now we are about to enter here on London session. So what exactly am I looking for? Let me just see. So with this already, I can see that price has pushed upwards. Let me use this tool. Price has pushed upwards, came back down, pushed upwards, came back down, didn't break the low, went up, higher high, higher lows, and higher lows, and so on. So basically I am looking for a buy. It's just a matter of how exactly am I going to catch that buy when it does present itself, because it doesn't matter, someone can also see the same thing, but if you're not going to benefit from it, then what's the use? So with this already, I can see that we have this area right here, boom boom, first touch here, and we've got this first, second, and right here I can see that we've got this area that's a low here. So if we don't want price to break below here, which means we want price to get some support here and then push back up. So I'm looking for something more like this before we push back up. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the 15 minutes, and already now I can already see that we are in London session. And with that being said, I can see that prices broken above these areas here, creating break of structures and stuff. and as well here, and this is the one that we currently have right here at the high right here. But at the same time, I can also see that this area here is where our significant area is. So what I'm gonna do, since it's I am looking for, let's say for instance, an entry on a buy, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to as low as the 5 minute, because right here is where I can find my buy. But on the 5 minutes as well, I'll be able to find that nice entry that will allow me to be able to capitalize fully. Because remember guys, the most important thing when it comes to the market is the capitalization. You don't just want to capitalize now and then, or you don't just want to capitalize for, you know, temporary stuff, but you actually want to capitalize. You understand? So that's what I'm looking to achieve right now, and let me show you how I'm going to be doing that. So I can already see that already prices created this pattern here before we broke out this one here, and then we broke out, and then now we've been going upwards. So now we are basically coming back to retest yet the support at the lows. So with that being said, what I'm gonna do is I've already got this area, yeah, 5 minute, this last bearish candlestick before buyers took over. You can see this huge buy candlestick before those buyers came and took over. We had this bearish candle, which was the last time where sellers were actually active, and from there buyers to control. Plus as well, if you're looking for things like value gaps, you can see right here, and as well right here we've got this area of a like value value gap, fair value gap is what I meant. Yeah, so it's just more on like confidence. I don't really use that to make a decision. Like I did say, it's just more on confidence, adding as confidence. So right now I can easily see this is our area, and right now these are our highs right here, these are our lows. Plus as well, one thing that I like is these are our lows. One thing that I like as well is the fact that we still here in London sessions, we might see the nice young push, and just before New York session comes around this time here, where's that day? Around, yeah, 2:30, let's see, somewhere here, that's where we might potentially see that entry come in. But one thing that I want to do is I want to also see if there's actually news for the day, because I feel like it's very important of us to be able to see what news are they, you know, how are they moving, how are they taking advantage and stuff, so that we are able to win from them. Today is a Tuesday, 7th October, nothing. It's only tomorrow we would see a lot of news and stuff. So today we're taking it easy. There's not really much going on, which might not be too many volatile movements in the market, but that doesn't mean that we are not gonna move. So with this, obviously I can see this is how price is gonna be pushing down. Like now I can see here we are at the third touches, so we're gonna be coming in, and then once we get it, I'll be able to find my long. With this long, I'll find it here, stop loss just below here to be on the safe side, and then the risk square 1 is to 2 somewhere here. Obviously I can target these areas, but I'm just going to be looking into targeting 1 is to 2, just so I'm on the safe side. 1 is to 2 somewhere around here, boom. And it all depends on the management. I can target 1 is to 2, but once it gets there, I can make more just because of how I would have managed it. Okay, so yeah, that's actually what I'm now waiting and looking for on gold. Let me see also when I take the fib retracement all the way from the low to the high right here. Let's see, boom. And then let's see, once again, here's the low. I can see price retraced at the 38.2 level, failed to break above, and now it's coming back a bit more to the downside. So yeah, we shall see, that's most definitely. I'll just keep it on the look. So let's see, US30. Okay, more like the same thing with gold, how we saw it previously. Remember I did mention that at first we initially were somewhere around here, price pushed up when it was still here. I even shared this in the Telegram groups. Obviously, if you would love to learn and see some of these setups that I do share in real time, make sure that you hit the very first link that's in the description, which will take you directly to our Telegram group. You are not going to pay a single cent. It's 100% free. All you do is just join and learn. So yeah, right now I can see price pushed upwards, price failed to break here. So I was looking for it to come here and then go up. It didn't really touch there, but it started pushing upwards like this. So what I've got here is I had this area, this area, this area. Let me start from the 4 hour. 4 hour. Yes, so I can already see we've got this be first, second, potentially third touches somewhere around here. So I wouldn't want price to break below this candle, this one here. Yes, so I'm gonna go to the 1 hour. Perfect. So here on the 1 hour, one thing that I can see is already price is pushed upwards from the bottom here. I want to see if I take the retracement, what exactly is it going to show me from here all the way up. We already touched at the 50% level and price started pushing back upwards. So there's a high chance that we definitely are going to be coming here at the 88.8 level. But for that to happen, obviously I'll need to confirm by going to as low as the 5 minute. First, before the 5 minute, let me see what the 15 minutes is saying. So on the 15, I can already see, okay, prices pushing upwards, retrace, upwards, retrace. And truly speaking, if I even just take this, it looks like it's ready to go up from here. But because I said from a bigger time frame, I already know what I'm looking for, which means that for this, I'm not really gonna rush it into doing this. I'm just gonna go to the 5 minute. Mind you, today there's no news, so the market might not be as volatile. Okay. Where is that area? Let me just see. Right here. Let me do this right here. Okay, let me go to as well as the 5 minute. So already I can see just by starting here at the low. What did I press? Okay, I wanted the retracement at the low to the high. Boom. Okay, I can see price did, it's still retracing, still going down. It's okay, I'm not gonna rush it, but what I'd rather do is I want to go to there where I drew that 5 minute, 1 hour. Okay, I think I'll have to make this be visible on the 5 minute. Okay, let me just do that real quick. I want to make this be visible on the 5 minute. Do this visibility minutes. Yes, okay, let's go for it, bro. Right there, we've got this area. You can simply see. Yes, so already with this I can see that price has been, here is where price was like literally just playing around before price started shooting upwards. This is where we've been, and then eventually we shot upwards, and then we started going all the way upwards there. But with this being said, I want to see which candles were the ones that encouraged this push upwards. So here I can see we've got this area here. So let me start off first by pointing out a value gap. I can see here we've got this, and here we've got this, which means that, and prices never came here to retest this, which means this value is still valid. And then this is the last candle that basically allowed us to push upwards. Just before that major push upwards, this was the last candle that allowed that move to happen right here. Just gonna put my, yes, just more like this. Let's see where price is currently. Okay, right, this, yes, I'm gonna remove this because now I've got what I wanted, which means that there's a high chance that, you see right here, there's a high chance that price is gonna be grabbed, because anyways you can see price broke below here. It broke below, and then there's a high chance that it will break below up until it gets here. So with that being said as well, I can still get, like, some opportunities as it's continuously dropping. I can still get like some sells and stuff. So let me just see how exactly I'm gonna be looking at that. I can see this huge push, this correction, and before this huge push we had this area right here that was ready for sells, US30. This area right here that was ready for sells. Yes, somewhere like this. So basically, if price happens to push upwards before it breaks below here, that means that I'll be able to take this sell, knowing that I am going to be coming all the way down with it. This one here, like stop loss above, knowing that I'm going to be coming all the way down with the jar. And then obviously once we do get here, that's where I'll be able to find that nice clean buy position, so I can go all the way up with it, all the way up. Obviously I'm also going to use, like, risk management strategies, like risking 1:2 and doing all that. It's just when price gets there, I will be, on the screen, being able to just manage and monitor it. So let me just see what gold is doing. Okay, so gold already, I can see we basically still respecting this area, because anyways we still below this lower high. So yeah, we're still safe. And then the last one, which is going to be BTCUSD. Let's end the session with BTCUSD. For the ones that did stay here up until here, it shows that you value knowledge, man. A lot of people didn't make it here. As soon as I started, like, speaking, they stopped the video. So you can see right here with BTCUSD, I was looking for price to eventually come here, test here before it pushes upwards, but price didn't. Just by looking at it, you can see that it nearly got there, it went up, it respected this area, but now it broke above. After it respected, then it started shooting and breaking above, which means that now it's ready for buys. And now we can see we are at all-time high. You can see 126. It actually reached 126,000 yesterday. This all-time high. It has never been this high before. So what's going to happen is that just by looking at it, boom, let me remove this. Truly speaking, just by looking at it, this one here is going to be a good longer term trade. Let me come from the daily. Remember, even in the previous videos, we did mention that we're still coming all the way up to here as our TP 146, and I highly believe we are going to get there. It's just more on, like, updating our lines, just so I have a clear understanding. So this is going to be our new trend, which means now price is going to, like, eventually respect. Price is going to eventually respect this and maybe come here for a third touch, but only after maybe it has pushed upwards a bit, and then it comes back, then it goes back up. So that's what I'm seeing on BTCUSD. So just we're going to the 60-minute. Let me see how would one be able to enter a buy position on this. So already I can see that we do have some pushes upwards, retest, push upwards, retest, push upwards, retest, push upwards, retest, push upwards, and more now price coming for a retest. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna put this be our previous lower high, because I can see this was low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then higher high right here. So we're looking at this area be our lower, higher low. And then what I'm going to do now is I am going to come here, be able to filter out the noise, because I want to focus more on, where I am. So where I am, I see this area went up, and this one here got mitigated, like in terms of it was tested here, and this one here as well, it was tested. This one here as well, it was tested here, but this one here, this one here, this one here was tested by almost like this gap here that happened on Monday when the market opened. And this one here went down, went up, went down. This one here got tested by this. This one here got tested by this. So now here we are. This one here was untested. Okay, it was actually tested here. So with this, truly speaking, I see this as a more of a longer term trade, in terms of, because now it's shooting upwards, man. It broke all-time high, on which even today it can break the previous day's all-time high, and it's moving with this nice trend right here. If you look properly right here, there's a nice trend that it's moving in. So I'm not gonna rush like a trade in terms of just trying to find a trade just so I can be in, because that's where I'm gonna lose money. So I'm just gonna, like, wait for price to either go and be a bit more cheap somewhere it gets here, but if not, I'm just gonna wait for price to actually give me a clean setup that I can take advantage of, because right now can't really work with what it has showed me here. But so far, I won't lie, man, when it comes to US30 and this one here, US30 and gold, I am excited. So let me just see if I can squeeze in what exactly am I seeing. Okay, Dow Jones 1 hour. Other setups, I am going to be breaking them down in the VIP group with my members, doing live tradings and stuff. So obviously do make sure that you also check it out, and the best way that you can get information, because I'm actually looking for people that I can log in with. But yeah, the best way to get information is to be in our Telegram community. And this is Nasdaq. Okay, this one, yeah, it's actually GBP, and so on US 500. These ones here I am gonna be focusing a bit more on just after the session here. So but yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what US30 has for us, and as well gold. These are the two setups that actually do look promising, but since I did mention that today is still, there's not gonna be any hard news, so it's not really gonna be a lot that happens, but I believe that setups are gonna play themselves out, especially these two. I believe US30 might not play out today, but gold looks like it will play out today. And yeah, man, I'm excited that you did watch this video up until this end. Obviously, if you found value, make sure that you like and as well subscribe. I will see you in the next YouTube video. It is a boy from Mothupi, and I thank you so much for watching.